Hello and welcome to this tarot reading for all water signs. I hope this finds you well. I trust you will use your own intuition as your primary instrument of resonance. Leave behind what does not reverberate. Tarot does not tell the future. The only thing that determines your future is how you react, reflect, and respond to the messages herein. In front of me, I have the Sun card, the Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Temperance card, High Priestess, the Devil card, Nine of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands has come up twice. And we also have the Primordial card. And what stood out to me when I first pulled these cards was, yes, of course, the Three of Wands which popped up, but then also the Temperance card and the Nine of Pentacles. And the reason why that stood out to me was because the Temperance card, we see the angel clothed in like a white gown. And on this particular Nine of Pentacles, we see a woman who is wearing a white dress. And she has a hawk that she's holding onto. And in the traditional like Rider-Waite, this card is like very much like almost like an Empress card. There's a lot of greenery, there's a lot of flowers and everything. But in this card, it actually seems pretty barren, which is interesting. But again, it was the white gown which caught my eye, and it just seems as though, and I'll get into this a little bit when I talk about the other cards, but it seems as though you're like looking for something more, purifying yourself, healing, but looking for something more, a little bit more elevated, right? Because we have the angel, the archangel Michael here, and it's otherworldly. It's something out of the ordinary. And I just feel as though you are looking for those experiences, you're now wanting those experiences, and you're ready for those experiences. And I believe that you're ready for those experiences because for a very long time, you're just kind of down in this, the primordial soup. We have the Devil card here. And it just seems as though like these the how do I put this, like you have for a very long time only had your base needs met, the primordial base needs, and there's like a lot of fear, with the Devil card and the Primordial card. It's just these root chakra. And when we don't get our base needs met, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety, there's addiction, there's abuse, there's this lack of, which turns into panic or fear. And I feel as though for a very long time, you only were just getting your base needs met and you couldn't rise up from that point. And I see that like now you're able to rise up. I mean, the Primordial card, it's a mountain on this card. And I just see, okay, now this like base level, the earthly level, is now able to move. It's becoming dynamic. It's not static anymore. It's not stuck. It's not blocked. It's now moving and rising into a mountain. And I also see this with the Three of Wands, right? This guy is standing on elevated ground. He's looking out over the terrain and he's like, okay, what's here? What can I make of this? What's down this path? What's over there? One of them is looking out on greenery and the other one is looking out on the ocean or on a lake or something. So it's very much like getting that elevated perspective, rising up out of these base needs, out of this fear, out of this addiction, out of this lack of, and then seeing, oh, wow, there's like all this stuff out here that I can explore. The Nine of Pentacles and the Temperance card is really saying to me that you are looking for something more. You're looking for experiences. You're looking for to like just really get out in the world and to temper your experience. There's been such a long time of like lack of or fear or isolation or getting caught in addictions or what's another, not addictions, but like a bit like trapping yourself almost. And it's time where you're getting like this mental clarity with the Ace of Swords here. And it's like, the sun has come out, and now all of the creativity, the Queen of Wands, and the High Priestess is able to shine. It's not just like the creativity of like the material, but it's also the creativity of your mind, you know, the sun and the High Priestess, moon and sun card here. So it's like this balance. Whereas before, like the High Priestess is on the bottom line of all these cards, which is kind of where the devil is. So it's like, it's almost like your own mind was like trapping you. You were just getting lost in these illusions, getting lost in the fear, getting lost, in the primordial soup, essentially. And now it's time to like rise up out of it and go on the hunt for something more. And there's that like scouting element here. With the Nine of Pentacles, she has that hawk, the Three of Wands. They're like looking out over the terrain, you know, they're having a little scout. And then the primordial, right, that's got the mountain rising up. So it gives you this elevated perspective. And it just seems as though like getting out of the darkness and moving into the sunlight. The Queen of Wands, she has this like massive flower that she's holding, and the sun card as well. So it's like, moving out of this barren terrain, right? The Nine of Pentacles, she's standing there in that gown, and it's like I said, it's like barren, which is kind of weird for this particular card. It looks like autumn, like in this card, and it's like moving out of that sort of like mentality, moving out of that situation and into a more creative space, a more vibrant, fertile space, and really making the most of it. So it looks pretty good to me. And if you're still in that primordial soup, if you're still stuck in that fear or that lack of, or not feeling safe, then this is really calling on you to look at, okay, what is it? Where did this come from? Where did this feeling come from? And how can you release yourself from this like mud, essentially? So there's a bigger world out there. There's a much bigger, fertile, friendly, sunny place outside of the mind and its addictions and its fears. And it's really calling on you to even involve yourself in these activities outside of yourself, because it will pull you out of where you're stuck, right? Making an effort to go out, to see people, to do things, to get a hobby, to explore, and to scout things out. Like, what's out there? What's in my neighborhood? What's in my backyard? Cool. All right, that's the reading for the water signs. Thanks for listening. Bye.